Today on Bloodbath and Beyond, we're cramping your style with PMS Cop. Guess what? It's your time of the month.
Written and directed by Bryon Blakey, PMS Cop, starring Heather Hall and Cindy Means, is about a cop who deals with the loss of her partner, an experimental drug, and PMS. To ease her symptoms, Mary, the PMS cop, goes on a murderous rampage. Let's get straight into our likes of this movie.
I really liked Heather Hall as Mary and Cindy Means as the PMS cop because the transformation in the movie literally changed actresses and it was really funny and cool. The overall deaths and the rampages were pretty awesome.
I like that since they decided to do a transformation, that they did bring in Cindy Means as a whole new actress, kind of like the Incredible Hulk Lou Ferrigno thing. Yeah. Mary at the beginning, though, I thought she was kind of cool. I thought she was kind of funny. She seemed like a cool person, so I enjoyed.
Smoking hot too.
Yeah, she was definitely hot.
And she looked and reminded me of Deborah from Dexter.
To add to PMS Cop, I really liked the outfit choice that they made for her. I thought it was really good. It had like a Lara Croft feel to it, like she was like a Tomb Raider. Like you had like the short shorts and like just the white tank top. She had the glasses, the hair just coming down in front of it. I liked how intense it was right from the get-go.
They really did the humor to this perfectly, pinpointing PMS as the sole cause of why she's going crazy. Yeah. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Are you suggesting that I beat the shit out of a clown because I was PMSing?
I loved her interview when like the commissioner was like, you gotta go apologize to the press for what you did.
I'll be sure to react more appropriately and simply shoot the motherfucker.
She definitely felt like a good hero.
I also enjoyed Slick. His character kind of brought a little more humor back to the situations of the movie. He was like the IT programming web guy for like the drug corporation.
There's a lot more data in this implant chip than I was told. I'm getting another 30 or 40 streams of data besides normal telemetry.
What are our favorite kills?
My favorite kill is when Mary decides to go on her rampage and she sees a guy fighting with his girlfriend in a pickup truck. She just wants to go crazy on this guy and she ends up ripping his bottom jaw right off and it's so sick.
My favorite kill goes out to the silicone boob kill. We had PMS Cop grab the knife and just slice open the big busty security guard's boobs. You just see the silicone packs bouncing around. The nose ring security guard runs down the stairs, slips on the silicone, and just hits his head and dies.
I'm going to give my favorite kill to the security guard who's in the security booth. And PMS Cop, Mary, decides to take off his belt. Is she gonna like seduce him or do something? But nah, she just took him and just killed him straight up. I like the little bait and switch there.
Most notable kill goes to when the next security guard comes in and gets his arm ripped off in the door.
Your arm! Where is it?
Let's get into what we didn't like about this movie.
So I think I'm going to touch base with the one thing we all can agree on, and that was the pacing. This movie was very, very slow. It started off really intense and just nosedived to slowness. And for something that we were really looking forward to have like this upbeat, like murderous rampage from PMS Cop, we got it, but it was too far in between scenes.
You had a really good starting with the humor and the clown and all that kind of stuff, and then it kind of took like just a 180 in this story, which was kind of odd. I would have liked to see the death scenes a little longer, a little more gore.
Another pet peeve of mine was how they lit a lot of the shots. A lot of the scenes were shot with one primary light, which cast a really, really hard shadow on the walls. It causes a distraction because they're not using soft boxes, so there's no diffusion. And I think that's one of the few things that they probably could have fixed despite what their budget was.
The other thing I want to add is the audio. I think that their choice of like sound effects, music, I don't know, something about the audio just felt off to me.
The pacing is what really slowed the film down, and it took a lot away from it. Because if you're trying to make this like upbeat movie, like this slasher or this like intense and killer flick, then have those intense moments. Don't drain your story out with long dialogue. I mean, PMS Cop was knocked out for like 20 minutes of the movie.
Let's give our final thoughts and ratings for this movie. I think that this movie has a lot of potential as a series. I think that people will enjoy maybe a trilogy of it. The first movie was essential to get this out there. On a $30,000 budget, I'm pleased. You know, it has the potential. The kills were there. You have snippets of good story. Condense it a little, and I think you'll have a better movie. So I would look forward to a sequel. But there were some flaws. So because of that, I'm going to give this 1.5 giant bottles of PMS pills.
There was tons of hype surrounding this movie, and I was so excited to watch it. It was way slower than I originally thought, especially with the kind of cover that they gave the movie. It seemed like it was going to be all rampage, but it wasn't. It was so drawn out, but it did have a lot of the things that I do look for in a movie like this. Humor, good kills, and nudity. I'm going to give this movie 3 subscriptions to PMS Monthly out of 5.
I was pumped, I was excited, and then when I watched it, I did a 180. The pacing was just so slow, and it took so much away from the movie. This had great potential, and I fully agree with Trav that this should be a trilogy. I say take what you've done, but make it more intense and make it faster, and you'll get a strong cult following. So that being said, I'm going to give this movie 2 slick reactions over a PMS Cop jaw rip out of 5.
That's what we thought about the movie. Let us know how you feel in the comments below. Like this video, sub to the channel, and let us know if you have any requests for any movies to review in the future. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Bloodbath_TV.